The official blows his whistle, and the game is underway. A high kick going to be fielded at about the 15-yard line. Crosses the 25 out to the 34, where the War Eagles will take over, 1st and 10. And so the defense, as we talked about it, which has been gaining confidence and momentum throughout the year, gets its first test tonight.
Yeah, our defense is going to be, our defensive tackles are going to be Byron Hunter and Terrence Madlock. Our defensive end will be Brandon Bradford, big number 44. Middle linebacker will be Travis Potts. Our outside linebackers will be Rodney Hughes, Munzel Davis, and John Skinner. Cornerbacks will be Sean Williams and Clary Monroe. And our safety will be hard-hitting Chase Thornton, and the free safety will be Kevin Bryant.
Henry Jordan takes the snap, hands off to his fullback. No gain there. Actually, maybe a loss on the play.
Boy, I tell you what, Johnny, Skinner hit him in the hole and hit him hard.
Well, when you do not have any wideouts, you do not spread the field out. So therefore, we could put all 11 men on defense in the box to stop the run. So there was no place for anybody to go on that running play.
Loss of a yard on the play. It's 2nd down and 11. Jordan takes the snap, fakes to his tailback, bootlegs, looking to throw, gets this one away, and it is incomplete as Kevin Bryant had the coverage out there.
Clary Monroe was the cover corner on that. Looked like the guy was behind him a little bit, but Clary has that speed to make up the ground on the ball and got there, actually beat the ball there, was waiting to bat it away when he got there. Nice coverage.
Also, Rodney Hughes was in the backfield putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. He is SSB's isolated player of the game, so I've marked him up one already.
Yeah, you got to definitely give him a hurry on that one. There's a nice rush by him.
The pass was intended for Charles Hayes, a sophomore for the War Eagles. In the shotgun, looks like there may have been some motion, no flag. Lots of pressure on the quarterback, Jordan. He's going to be brought down. Wow. Back inside the 30-yard line at about the 29.
Rodney Hughes went through there. Big old Brandon Bradford went flying through there. Monzel Davis went through there. If you're going to give Hughes a hurry every time, you may run out of ink tonight, Johnny.
I'll be glad to do that.
He's playing well.
4th down and about 15 yards to go. They're calling it 14. Set to kick now for the War Eagles, number 1, Charles Hayes. Hayes takes the snap, gets the punt away, a low line drive. It hits a Malvern player. Bryant picks it up at about the 36-yard line, gets out across the 40 to the 44.
Wow, that was a huge heads-up play on the Bryant, on Kevin Bryant's part. It was one of those situations that Clary Monroe was down there trying to block and lost the ball and hit him in the back, and it did take a leopard bounce. So we start on offense now.
Jace Roberts comes in and gives the play to the offense. Witherspoon set up alone in the backfield. There's a flag on the play before the ever snapped. Fair players clapping. It looks like this one may be against Malvern. And it is.
They called offsides there, and I guess he got back before I saw him.
So 1st down now, and
unfortunately, whenever the receiver or the lineman comes up to get out the line of scrimmage, they have a chance to get back, and apparently he did not before they get set.
1st down and 15 now for the Leopards. Jace Roberts pitches to Witherspoon to the right side. Witherspoon out across the 40 to the 45, out to the 46-yard line before he's brought down.
Nice run by Witherspoon. They kicked the end of the linebacker out. Johnny cut right up inside of him.
That's an excellent run. He turned it up for 6-7 yards, and that's what I'm talking about, running downhill, and that's what we were doing.
2nd down, and they're calling it 7, maybe 8 yards. Roberts takes the snap, gives to Witherspoon again. Witherspoon wrapped up early this time as he gets out to about the 48-yard line.
We're in a situation now. We've got 3rd and about 6, it looks like. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. It's a big 3rd down for the Leopards. And go back to one of the Southern State Bank keys of the game. And we need to go ahead and get a 1st down to get that first score on the board, Johnny.
Exactly. We've got to keep the chains moving.
3rd down and 6 for the Leopards. at their own 48-yard line. Kyle Norris comes split to the near side. Twins to the far side. Motion for the Leopards. The pitch to Witherspoon. Hit early in the backfield, and he's dropped back at the 42-yard line, so it's going to be 4th down now.
Aaron Thomas came shooting across there from his safety spot. Aaron he's one of the J. Fair War Eagles that goes both ways. Showed a lot of some speed and some movement. We just missed a block on that one, and actually, and that tailback did have a chance to get outside. We're not 8 minutes and 57 seconds and a 0-0 first quarter.
Leopards now set to punt. Bad snap fielded by Cordell. He gets this one away. It bounces at the 35, going to be fielded back at the 24. Return out to about the 33-yard line. Number 24, Quinn Spencer on the return for the War Eagles.
Yeah, Kevin Bryant did an awful good job of holding his place, staying where he's supposed to, and made a stop right there along the sideline.
Jay Fair with its second possession tonight. Starting this one at about the 34.
Yeah, we're in a situation that the Leopards just need to stop, and we got a timeout here. Let's keep it at the field because it looks, I don't know, it's an official's timeout. I don't know what it's about, Johnny. Can you tell? Oh, he's starting. Crank the clock
Well,
now.
they've got it set in motion now. Jordan back up under center. Motion all up and down the line. Both sides seem to think the other moved first. The official indicates it is against Jay Fair, so that Jay Fair will now start with 1st down and 15.
Yeah, we're in a situation now where, like, it's just buck up, play tough defense. I think it looks to me like Coach Golden and his crew have got them pretty well figured out. I don't think Fair's, I know we're on the second series, but I don't think Fair's surprised us with anything yet.
Jay Fair at its own 28-yard line. Henry Jordan steps up under center. The give to one of his up backs. Going to be dropped at the 30-yard line.
That was a play that looked like it was going to go a long ways. They had pushed our outside linebacker out, but Rodney Hughes, big on number 26, stepped right up in the middle of the hole there and held him what, Johnny? 2-yard gain that looked like it could have been a lot more than that.
They looked like they opened up a huge hole on the left-hand side, and Rodney just stepped up in the hole and took him one-on-one and took him to the ground pretty quick.
Quinn Spencer on the carry for the War Eagles. 2nd down now. 13 yards to go for the 1st down. Jordan takes a snap on the option. He's going to be wrapped up early back.
Excellent job.
Back at the 29-yard line, so it's going to be 4th down now.
Excellent job out there by Chase.
3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd down. Chase Thornton had the pitch man covered. Our linebacker. I don't know who was on that side. I know Hughes was out there. There was no place for the quarterback to run the option. We cut the fullback off. We had the quarterback, and there was nobody to pitch to. Great coverage by the Leopards.
3rd down and 15 now for the War Eagles. Back at their own 29-yard line now. Jordan takes a snap. He's bootlegging to his left, being chased. Gets away from the first defender, gets this one away, hangs it out in the air, and it is complete at the 50-yard line as number 7, Tony Hampton, reels that one in. A 1st down for the War Eagles.
Yeah, that was a situation where we about had him twice back in the backfield. We just missed him, but again, Henry Jordan at 6 foot, 200 pounds is a big kid back there, and you're going to have to get a hand on him. You're going to have to get a hold of him to get him down.
Not a pretty pass, but it was effective. Jordan back up under center, gives to his tailback. Spencer fights his way out towards the 45-yard line of Malvern.
Nice stop in there. Our number 22, which is Terrence Matlock, came in there, but he's limping off on the other side of the field. We're going to send in a replacement for him. They keep going to that left side over there, Johnny. They think that they found something they like.
Well, it looked like in the scouting report that they favor to that side, so I guess the most dominant lineman that they have on their line is is their left tackle and their left guard.
Second down and about 5.5 for the War Eagles at the Malvern 45. Spencer gives, or the give fake to Spencer, actually. I apologize. Jordan dropped in the backfield back at his own 45-yard line.
I tell you what, Rodney Hughes, I don't know where he's coming from and how he's getting there so fast, but he was back in the backfield as fast as Jordan was backpedaling, and he had Jordan backpedaling all the way, finally backed him up 7-8 yards for a nice sack, Johnny. Who is that kid?
He is the Southern State Bank isolated player of the game.
Henry Jordan steps back under center. The give to the tailback Spencer, hit in the backfield, going to be dropped at about the line of scrimmage.
Nice stop in there by John Skinner was in there. The initial contact was another one of those doubles, number 33. Monzel Davis got him tripped up, and again 22, 33, and 44 continue to play well. And you throw 64 and 63 in that mix, and the boys are playing quite well.
It looks like to me Coach Golden has got them very prepared for the running game and forcing them to pass, and we are stopping the run immediately.
4th down and 15 now for the War Eagles. So they get set to punt. The snap was low, but the punter got it away. Kevin Bryant fields the ball for the Leopards. Fair catch back at his own 29, 30-yard line. And the Leopards take over 1st and 10.
It's a nice fair catch. We're just right at the 30-yard line, and I know that Mr. Gibbs likes that field position. Anytime you're outside of the 20, right, Johnny?
Exactly. Anytime outside that 25, I'll take it all day long.
Jace Roberts set to take the snap for the Leopards. Receivers to either side. The give is to Witherspoon up the middle. He gets across to the 31-yard line. Gain of a couple.
Both of our wideouts were wide open then, so I'm sure that the coaches have seen that, and I expect us to put the ball in the air here pretty quick.
LT Tobias brings the play in for the Leopards. Kyle Norris comes to the near side, Tobias to the far side. Roberts looking to pass, throws to Norris across the middle, and he can't come up with that one. That's a rare drop by Kyle Norris.
Yeah, I tell you what, Roberts had some heat on that ball too, and Norris is going to make that catch 9 chances out of 10, and I'm sure we'll see. He was wide open. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of that route.
Looked like to me he saw a few footsteps or heard a few footsteps on that one. Coming the strong safety was about to meet him along with the ball, but unfortunately did not come up with the catch.
Cordell brings the play in for the Leopards. Roberts looking to throw, whistles before the snap. Pass was incomplete either way. There's a flag on the ground. They will call the Leopards for illegal procedure.
Dead ball foul, illegal procedure against the Leopards. Puts us back another 5. Now we're in one of those holes that the Leopards we don't like to get into. We're 3rd and about 12 and a half, 13, maybe 13 yards for a first down, Mike. They're calling it 14.
3rd down and 14 for the Leopards. Kevin Bryant split to the far side now. Roberts looking to throw to Bryant. Throws one over the head of Kevin as he had beaten his man just a little bit too strong on the throw by Roberts.
Well, I tell you what, Kevin looked up, grabbed his head, and he broke to the inside, then to the outside, and I believe that was an out all the way. I believe Kevin realized he had run possibly. Maybe there was a miscommunication between him and the quarterback, but he drew his head like, oh my goodness, I should have been over there where the ball was, Johnny.
That was, that was a great call by Coach Baker, sucking them in with that slant route, and then trying to go over the top, and unfortunately, it was a little too strong of a pass.
The punt by the Leopards, a low line drive, going to be downed at about the 45 of Little Rock Fair. 0-0. We're still in the first quarter. 3:52 remaining here at Little Rock Fair.
It has been a fast-moving ball game. I tell you what, these referees, even the incomplete passes, they get the ball back up there, get the ball set, and crank it up. It's a fast-moving ball game, like you say. We got 3:52 left in the first quarter.
Nothing, as neither offense has been able to get much going. Fair with good field position to start this drive at their own 45. Jordan up under center, gives to his tailback Spencer, who's wrapped up quickly by Rodney Hughes. No gain on that play.
Rodney just pinched in from that outside linebacker spot and went in untouched and had the speed to get there and just smack him.
You know, my hat's off to Coach Golden and the defensive coaches. A pretty good game plan so far of stopping that run. You know, pinching them linebackers up tight. Whenever you've got 2 tight ends, 3 running backs in the backfield and a quarterback, there's no receivers to the outside. You don't have to spread the field. Your linebackers can shoot the gaps every time to stop the run, and that's what we're doing so far.
And we have an official's timeout on the field. Like we have an equipment problem there with one of the Leopards.
And also, even so, you can bring the strong safety up to play like a linebacker, and you've got another man in the box. So, hey, we'll take this every time when they pinch them in close.
To give this time to the fullback, who gets the ball up and back near the 50-yard line. Nice gain on that play, but it's going to be 3rd down now and about 7.
Travis Potts a while ago, he was getting his helmet adjusted. He keeps sticking his head in there, and he gets his helmet turned sideways. But that's a hard-nosed football player. Travis is doing an excellent job. We look at the 63 and the 64, him and Byron Hunter. They just do a really good job.
Calling it 3rd down and 6 now. Jordan in the shotgun. Jordan with pressure early, escapes, gets this one away, complete out across the Malvern 40-yard line, inside to about the 38.
That is one thing that happens when you send that safety blitz, or excuse me, that corner blitz from the other side. It looked like the corner came up, and you get some one-on-one coverage out there, and Fair took advantage of it.
The pass was complete to number 7, Tony Hampton, senior receiver for the War Eagles. Jordan back up under center. This time giving to his fullback once again, gain of maybe 2 yards on the play.
Excellent stop there by John Skinner. Stepped up there in the hole, and again, 63 and 64, Potts and Hunter get up off the bottom of the pile.
2nd down and 7 for the War Eagles as they have reached the Malvern 35-yard line. Still 0-0, 1:43 remaining in the first quarter. Jordan takes the snap. Confusion on the play, and Spencer breaks free for the touchdown. It almost looked like a broken play as Spencer broke free through the line of scrimmage, had the defense fooled there, and went 35 yards for the score.
Yeah, it was one of those situations, I don't know the collision between the fullback and the tailback, but it was definitely an option through there, and he pulled it out of the tailback, handed it to Spencer, and Spencer was off to the races because there was a gap there, and everybody had collapsed in on the fullback.
Well, what I saw was a belly play. You ride the fullback in under the guard, then you pull it out, and then you read the tailback coming through. He's going off the outside tackle, and he hands off, number 11 hands off to the tailback, and he runs for a touchdown.
The give to Spencer on the 2-point try, and it is no good. So, with 1:34 remaining in the first quarter, the War Eagles lead the Leopards 6-0. We're going to take a quick break. We're back after this.
For over 50 years right here in Malvern. That's McClure Real Estate, 332-2777, proud sponsors of Leopard Football.
And we are back at Little Rock Fair. As Fair starts to kick off, there's a flag on the play back at the 40-yard line. This one's going to come back. It looks like probably Fair was offsides there, Johnny.
Yeah, one of the guys that was lined up, got a little head start before the kicker got to the ball, and we're going to move them back 5 yards, and we'll re-kick.
So the ball's moved back to the 35-yard line.
Well, once again, guys, the Leopards starting that familiar but very, very unlikable situation of trailing somebody early in the ball game.
Looked a little bit flat on that drive, but they're still playing well. Just gave up one big play there. This kick is a low liner, going to be fielded at the 35. out across the 40-yard line to about the 41. So the Leopards with their best field position tonight, starting at their own 41.
Callison did a good job of catching that ball. It was a squibber coming down through, and did a good job of looking it in, and tucking it in, and picking up 4, 5, 6 yards.
I can now see why they went for 2 on the conversion as opposed to trying for that extra point.
It was, yes.
Receivers to either side now for Roberts. The give to Witherspoon up the middle. Nice hard run out across the 40 to about the 43, 44-yard line. Gain of about 3.5 on the play.
Witherspoon run right away, or run right through big old Moses Smith. He's a 6'4", 283-pound senior, and he's a big kid out there. Looked like Witherspoon just bounced off of him and picked up another 3 or 4 yards.
He made Moses look like he was swinging for air there, as quick as Damon is.
2nd down and 6. Roberts up under center. Pitch to Witherspoon to the near side. Witherspoon cuts upfield, out near the 50-yard line. They're going to spot him at about the 49.
I tell you what, I like what I see out of
right
Damon.
at the 50.
I do too.
I like what I see out of Damon Witherspoon. He's not going to try to beat somebody to the outside. He saw a hole. He turned up on the quick pitch, and he did not take it wide. He went out about at least 5 yards outside of the tackle, and he made up at least seven yards on that play and gave the Leopards within inches of a first down.
Calling it 3rd down and 1. It's about a half a yard to the first down. Roberts gives to Witherspoon again. Witherspoon dropped right at the 50-yard line. It's going to depend on the spot here. It looks like the referee's going to spot it right at the 50.
And we had to get across the 50, so if they don't get the nose of that football across the 50, it's 4th down, guys. I don't care if they measured or not.
And it is 4th down. It looks like the Leopards are going to go for it. Roberts still in.
Tell you what, they've got some size. Fair's got some size up there on that front line. Big old 56, 75, and 74. That's 283, 250, and 245.
We've got a timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick break. Or correction, that's the end of the first quarter. It is 6-0, Little Rock Fair. We're back after this.
Go to OTC to get where you want to be. A small college with big opportunities. Get the quality education you need. Affordable classes, convenience too. We bring out the best in you. Washita Technical College is the place to be.
Enroll today at Washita Technical College. You'll find instruction in a variety of high-demand fields, including Cisco, nursing, medical transcription, and others. You can also take your basics to transfer. Call us today, 337-5000. Get where you want to be at OTC. That's 337-5000.
Washita Technical College is the place to be.
Hi, this is Tony Warner from Malvern National Bank, a real community bank. We're working to make your banking as simple as possible. You can now bank from the comfort of your home on your PC with M&B Bank's Access Link. Transfer funds, check balances, pay all your bills through the optional bill pay service. No more checks to write, no more postage stamps to buy. We do it all. It's at www.mnbbank.com. It's just part of Malvern National's commitment to our customers. M&B Bank's a real community bank and proud to sponsor these Leopard football broadcasts.
It's fall. It's cool weather. Your mind thinks of a lot of things. Football, and maybe it's time for a new automobile or to trade that jalopy off. I'm here with Mr. Teeter Chevrolet Olds, and he's got some words for you.
Yes, sir. We've got the words and we've got the product. We've got probably over 500 units out here, and I'm looking at a sea of cars. I've got all kinds and creeds and colors of vehicles, all type of sport utilities. We have the high-dollar European cars, the Maximas, the Mazdas, the Lexus, just whatever you want in the high-dollar European cars, and the all-popular new Chevrolet. We've got them here at Teeter's. So come on out and shop us real soon. Remember, like I always say, the more we invest in our youth, the less we'll spend on presents later.
The year is 1952.
Harry S. Truman is president,
Gasoline is 11 cents a gallon, and Coca-Cola is still a nickel, and there are plenty of penny postcards laying around. Henry McClure and George McClure Sr. opened the doors to a new real estate business. Now, 50 years later, McClure Real Estate continues to serve the Malvern and the Hot Spring County area with the same dedication and professionalism of the founding fathers. The professionals at McClure Real Estate, Danny Regan, Nita Wingo, Beverly Hudson, Deanne Williams, Gene Dugan, Bob Jones, Frank McClure, and George McClure Jr. are here to help you with all your real estate needs. They're locally owned and locally operated for over 50 years right here in Malvern. That's McClure Real Estate, 332-2777, proud sponsors of Leopard Football.
Orr's Furniture in Malvern is a proud sponsor of Leopard Football. We wish the best of luck this year to our new coach Eric Hart and his staff as they begin a new era in Malvern's long and celebrated football tradition. It takes hard work and a lot of teamwork to be a successful organization. Over the years, the Malvern Leopards have proven time and time again that they are up to the challenges that face them every Friday night. At Orr's Furniture in Malvern, we too do our best to make every customer that walks in our door feel welcome and confident that we can help them with any furniture or appliance need they have. We represent some of the most trusted names in the furniture industry: Lazy Boy, Bassett, Sealy, Flex Steel, Maytag, and Frigidaire, just to name a few. Our experienced sales staff is ready to help you select just the right piece you need, from a single table by your chair to a whole house full of quality home furnishings. And we'll deliver your selection free. We offer 6 months same as cash, or use the flexible monthly payment plans we offer. Once again, we are happy to bring you Leopard Football, and we hope to see you soon. Orr's Furniture, Main Street, Malvern, open Saturdays till 4.
Roberts up under center, gives to his tailback, who breaks across the 50. This time gets the first down easily as he gets across to about the 46-yard line of Little Rock Fair.
Yeah, it was a nice job. Big old number 66, Jonathan Reddick, the junior right tackle, did a good job. And I'd like to set this offense real quick. We failed to do that in the first half. Roberts at quarterback, Biggs at fullback, Damon Witherspoon tailback, Kevin Hare at flanker, Kyle Norris at the split end. I'll be back with more.
Jace Roberts set to take the snap. This time to give the Biggs up the middle as he bulls his way out near the 40-yard line. They're going to spot him at about the 41. Nice run by the fullback for the Leopards.
Over on the left side for the Leopards, we have Travis Potts and John Skinner. Brandon Paget is the center. Big old Zach Henderson's our right guard. And like the before-mentioned Jonathan Reddick is the right tackle. And the tight end is Mark Blackerby, and I will say it right tonight.
Jace Roberts takes the snap. Fake to Biggs, or correction, to give to Biggs as he gets near the 40-yard line.
My apologies for absolutely butchering Mark Blackerby's name last week. So
let me go ahead and give Southern State Bank's isolated player of the game. His stats for the first quarter was 4.5 tackles, 1 sack, 1 pressure, and that is Rodney Hughes, number 26, our isolated player of the game.
They give this time to Witherspoon as he breaks free across the 35, out to the 30-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds. There's a flag on the play, and gentlemen, I think this one may come back.
Looks like it's going to come back. They threw it in a very precarious spot right there where that guard, one of our guards may have got called for a hold. Nice hold though, and the hold was away from the play. Oh, they're calling.
Oh, they called a chop block on the Leopards.
Okay.
So the penalty will move the ball back.
I saw both guys standing up and assumed it was a hold.
This penalty moves the ball all the way back to the Malvern 46-yard line where it will be 3rd down.
I may have to go next door here and find out from Coach Rogers, get a definition on how you can be standing up and do a chop block.
It's that's a tough job there. 3rd down and 19 for the Leopards. Roberts steps back into shotgun position. High snap. Roberts feels it, looks to throw, gets this one away, and it's going to be intended for Bryant. Flag goes on the ground. It looks like Bryant was the victim of some contact there. Should be pass interference.
The pass interference where the safety was trying to push and get position on Kevin Bryant. Fortunately, it's going to go against the fair War Eagles.
And unlike last week against Hope, these guys know that when the ball's in the air, you cannot touch the offensive player.
Absolutely, Ron.
Okay, I'll get over it. Okay, I'll get over it.
That'll get back our 15 yards, and then we will get a first down out of this situation. So it's a break for the Malvern Leopards this time, and we'll go for a score from here on.
KB actually had a good shot at that ball, and without the interference, it was at least a 50-50 chance he might catch that ball. It was down there.
Penalty moves the ball to the War Eagle 39-yard line. It's 6-0. Little Rock Fair leading the Leopards. The give to the tailback Witherspoon as he busts his way across the 35. Going to be spotted at about the 32.
Witherspoon ducked his head, Johnny, and just ran into big old number 75, all 245 pounds of him.
Hey, he's not scared at all. I like this kid. I think he's going to bring big things to the Leopards in the years to come.
Yeah, they want to get him in the weight room, put a little weight on him because he's got plenty of speed. He's sees a hole well. That's Coach Baker was telling me this week that he's really getting, as he matures and gets more experience, he's really seeing the holes a lot better. And like you said earlier, Johnny, that one that he just waited, we saw him kind of not stutter step, just kind of take his time and wait for a hole to open up. And when it was there, he shot through it.
He is quick.
Kevin Harrod, Kevin Bryant, the receivers for the Leopards. Pass complete out to the far side to Kevin Bryant, out inside the 30-yard line, out to about the 25.
Nice throw and catch. Johnny, I expect to see a give and go out there in a minute, don't you?
He's going to turn it up. What they're going to do is they're going to rock that corner to sleep, let him come up and cheat, and Baker's going to call that deep pass up over the over Kevin Bryant's left shoulder, and that's going to be 6.
Jace Roberts set to take the snap. The give this time to the fullback Biggs, who gets across the 20-yard line. Nice hard run by Biggs once again.
Biggs is another one of those kids that the coaching staff really likes. That the more he gets familiar with it, the more he plays, the better he sees the holes, and the better he's following his blockers. And there's a lot of size on this fair side. There's some big kids up on that front line. They average between the tackles 250 to 260 plus.
Ball spotted at about the 17-yard line now. It's 2nd down and 3 for the Leopards. Roberts takes the snap, gives to Witherspoon. Witherspoon, gain of maybe a couple on the play. Going to be about a yard short of the first down.
Well, Moses got a little penetration, number 74 for the War Eagles. Got a little penetration, did not let the fullback get the block on the line of scrimmage. Busted play for the Leopards. It came up with less than a yard gain on the play.
That's one of those missed assignments that the coaches don't like, but we'll correct that.
Roberts pitches to the near side to Witherspoon. Slips, gets across the 15-yard line. Or actually going to spot him right at the 15.
That should be enough for a first down. Okay, Hawkeye Gibbs, where are we?
It looks to me that we'll be an inch short.
That's scary because you haven't been wrong all year, and I thought he'd made it.
The officials do call for the measurement.
Without checking with us first.
All I have to do is look up here.
We can give him the call.
I could be wrong this time. I like to be wrong.
It looks like you're correct.
No, Hawkeye, look at that. Short by 2 inches or an inch or whatever. I'm telling you, Gibbs, the referees just need to look up here and check with Hawkeye and just see.
Hey, tell that guy in the white hat to look up here next time.
We'll give him the sign. We can save some time.
Well, as fast as this game going, we might as well have a little break in the action.
Yes, we would. We're in Leopards trying to get this 6-point margin erased.
Roberts pitches to the far side. Witherspoon on the run, out across for the first down. He's still going across the 5.
He stepped out.
He steps out of bounds. He did get enough for the first down as the ball is going to be spotted about the 9-yard line.
Spoon showed a lot of speed out there, but is that come and go. He would accelerate, then slow down, accelerate, and then when needed to get the outside, accelerated again. Nice run.
This is one of those impressive drives where you've overcame 2 4th down conversions. You've made a couple of 1st down and 7 runs. I think we're about to make a score here.
Jace Roberts set to take the snap. The give to Witherspoon up the middle. Gain of about a yard on the play.
Big old Randall Wilkinson, that junior, that 5'11", 245-pounder, met him right there in the hole.
Leopards have to get into the end zone here, as it is 2nd and goal to go.
Leopards trailing 6-0, trying to get that score back right here.
Jace Roberts takes a snap, looking to throw to the corner for Kevin Bryant. It is complete. Touchdown, Malvern.
Nice play. That's one of those spot passes, Johnny, that there's a spot Jace is going to throw the ball to, and hey, get out there, KB, and KB was there.
He's throwing it to that cone to the back corner where Kevin Bryant, he's the only guy that can jump up there and catch that ball. And the defender was looking for the slant again, and we threw it to the corner, and that was the mismatch. And Kevin Bryant came down with the ball. Great catch, great throw by both of them.
The kick is up, and it is good.
We have a lead, 7-6 Leopards. We'll be back after this.
Deliver your selection free. We offer 6 months same as cash, or use the flexible monthly payment plans we offer. Once again, we are happy to bring you Leopard football, and we hope to see you soon. Orr's Furniture, Main Street, Malvern.
Come on.
And we are back. The Leopards have kicked the ball, and it is returned out to the 45-yard line. Nice return by the War Eagles, and they get great field position to try to come back and answer that Malvern score.
Yeah, Quinn Spencer, 5'7", 175-pound senior, took that ball and did a good job. Tried to get to the wall, but the Leopards wouldn't quite let him get there, but he got them excellent field position at their own 45.
First down and 10 for the War Eagles at their own 45-yard line. Henry Jordan, the quarterback, steps under center. This time gives to his tailback, Spencer, who is stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Henry Jordan reached back to do the option that time, Johnny, and the fullback wasn't there for the belly series, was
No,
he?
the first man in the line of scrimmage was not there. He was kind of shocked.
He's like, uh-oh.
Somebody went the wrong way, and he looked around to the coach and said, "Where's my fullback at?" We were ready for that play. We had 2 men in the backfield by the time he was giving it to the tailback, so we read it well by the defense.
Second down and 10 now for the War Eagles, still at their own 45. Jordan takes a snap. The give to Spencer as he is going to be dropped right at the line of scrimmage once again.
Boy,
nice play by the Leopards.
Yeah, I tell you what, Brandon Bradford and Munzel Davis just stood the ground in there, and Bradford got a big old hand on him, and Munzel was in there to finish him off. Then he got help from 63-64, the Hunter Potts team, and seemed like those kids are always around the ball.
We're coming to our own here on our defensive side. These guys are playing hard and hitting hard tonight.
Wide out split wide to either side for the War Eagles. Twins to the near side. The throw across the middle, complete to number 7. He's got running room to the outside. One man to beat. Flag down late. Looks like it may have been a face mask against the Leopards as the tackle was made at about the 2-yard line.
They did an excellent job at a comeback block there at about the 35-yard line. We had the ball carrier, and the wide receiver came back in and made a block on Chase Thornton that took Chase out of the play. And it was just a good run and catch on Ferris' part. They caught a seam and got a couple blocks, and they were off the races, Johnny.
Right. Henry Jordan, he had plenty of time to sit back there and find his open receiver, and we didn't get much pressure on him this time like we have in the past, and he had plenty of time to make the good pass to his receiver.
So first down now for the War Eagles. Ball going to be spotted at about the 1 after the penalty. Quarterback sneak by Jordan. Touchdown, Little Rock Fair. So Fair comes back and answers this one quickly. And all of a sudden, it's 12-7 Little Rock Fair with 6:01 left here in the first half.
Yeah, and the old bugaboo jumps up again, the big play. It's been the Achilles heels of the Leopards so far, and we've made a lot of adjustments between those situations. We just we cannot continue to give up the big play. It's a killer, not a killer, but it's
and that's
metaphorically speaking.
As you said, Ron, they've given up 2 big plays, and it's resulted in 2 scores. You take away those 2 big plays, and Little Rock Fair's got negative yardage tonight.
True. That's exactly true. It's the same story. They're going for 2 again.
Jordan on the bootleg to the near side, 1 man to beat, and he gets into the end zone. So it's 14-7. The War Eagles lead the Leopards. 6:01 left here in the first half. We're going to take a.
Jordan just showed his size and his speed then, and he just met our boys in the hole and ran over him. We'll be back after this message.
Open.
And we are back live at Little Rock Fair where the War Eagles lead the Leopards 14-7.
We need a big play, Mike. We need something good to happen. We need a big return. We need to strike hard and fast to get this crowd out of it and get these players back out of it.
Kickoff field at the 15-yard line, out across the 20, the 30-yard line, out across the 35, 40-yard line. Nice return there by Sean Williams for the Leopards.
Sean got out there and he had one guy to beat, their number 1, who Charles Hayes. He's a running back, defensive back, and couldn't quite get around him, and that was definitely a touchdown-saving tackle.
Absolutely. So the Leopards have good field position once again at their own 40-yard line.
Gosh, we're under 6 minutes already, and Leopards trail 14-7. Maybe we can get it back right here, Mike. Officials timeout.
Waiting to see. I'm not sure what was holding up the play there. May have been a slight equipment problem. Looks like it was. It's been corrected, and we're set to go. The give to the fullback Biggs. He breaks out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. A couple of tough yards there.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's a couple of big old. We're working kind of at a disadvantage up here without much of a roster for J.A. Fair. The one we have obviously is out of date because it shows about 43 to 45 players on it. So we're doing the best we can, and for that we apologize. But we do have all the Leopards and their numbers. So all you mamas and daddies and grandpas and grandmas and aunts and uncles will listen for your favorite Leopard.
Cordell and Norris, the receivers, split for the Leopards. The pitch out to the left side to Witherspoon. Witherspoon busts out across the 40 out to about the 44-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards on the play.
I tell you, the last 2 series, the J.A. Fair War Eagles have had them pretty well defensed. We've got average like a yard and a half. We're at 3rd and I can't see the clock. Mike, was 3rd and 6. Big 3rd down for the Leopards, particularly to answer that last touchdown from J.A. Fair and get this ball game tied back up.
Kyle Norris split to the far side. L.T. Tobias to the near side for the Leopards in the I formation. The fake to the tailback. Roberts looking to throws to the outside, intended for Tobias, almost picked off. It's incomplete and 4th down for the Leopards.
Yeah, Quinn Spencer, the senior tailback that goes both ways, came across from his safety slot and got a hand on it, deflected it just enough that Tobias could not make the catch. The play was there and the route was open. It may have been just a little bit late with the pitch. Back to punt for the Leopards, number 7.
Adam Cordell set to kick. Nice snap. He gets this one away. It hits at about the 31, takes a bad bounce. It's going to be down at the 36-yard line. Number 81, well, Chase Thornton downs that one.
Our strong safety was down there. It was definitely taking a J.A. Fair bounce and heads-up play by Chase there to stop the damage before it got any worse. Big series here now. We've given up a touchdown on a long play. They've stopped us, and the defense going to have to grab their bootstraps and hang on here and make some big plays.
1st down and 10 for the War Eagles at their own 36-yard line. The give to the tailback there, gets out to about the 39.
Fairstead, with those real, like Johnny was saying earlier, those real close splits are real compact in there from between the end and end with one split out. Real narrow splits, and it's just line up power football, as close as they can get, in there. So and then they drop back. Jordan has the ability to drop back and throw that pass on you.
2nd down and 7 now for the War Eagles.
Reverse.
To give on the reverse, gain out across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. Want to be close to a 1st down.
Excuse me, Michael. Actually, more of a misdirection than a full reverse. Everybody went left, and the tailback went right, and almost caught us asleep there. We were able to stop him short of the 4th down. Big 3rd down stand here, boys. 16 comes in with the play. Jordan wants timeout. We've got timeout on the field. The War Eagles want to talk it over. We got a ball game. The Leopards are at down 7-14. We'll be back right after this. And we're back. We're sorry about that, Mr. Teeter. We got caught between plays. Jay Fair returns back to the Jordan under center, barking out the signal. Takes a fullback, just quarterback sneak. Looks like he may have got it, Johnny. They're going to have to measure this one. It was one of those situations that Jordan just ducked in behind his big old guard and his center and tried to bull over for a 1st down. And It's going to be close.
Whenever you've got those big linemen and you just climb over their back and scrap for that 1 foot is all he's trying to look for. And looks like it's going to be awfully close.
Well, you going to make the call or are you going to let them do it? I know I didn't get a good look at the change.
I didn't either.
Side.
It looks like they're going to be a little short.
If they stretch that chain far enough. Yeah, looks like 2 inches short, 1.5 inches very short. Be interested to see here what J.E. Fair does. They haven't sent their punter on. Jordan stays in the huddle, calling the signals, talking to his offensive defensive setting.
I wouldn't be surprised you don't see the same call right here. Let Jordan go right over the top. He likes to run the ball anyway. So, and they're going to. Looks like they got a fullback and 2 fullbacks there ready to go to put a little more push.
Yeah. Jordan in a tight formation, barking out the signals, ducks his head down, and he got loose, slid under some people, and picked up about 4.5 yards down to the 46-yard line of the Leopards. 1st down, J.A. Fair.
That's just one of those things whenever everybody's trying to get a good push and not really get their eye on the guy with the ball, and unfortunately he squirted through there for at least a 5-6 yard gain.
Tony Hampton and Queen Spencer in the backfield behind Jordan. He comes up to the line of center, looks over the defense, barks out the signals, hands off to the 2nd man through, which is the tailback Spencer, picks up approximately 1/2 yard, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
It's one of those things where you cannot run east and west, and whenever our speedy defenders get moving, we can track those speedy backs down. We got Brandon Bradford and number 33, Monzel Davis to get back there and track him down. Those guys cannot get around him, so that was a great play by the defense.
Jordan comes back up under the center, barking out the signals. 24, Quentin Spencer in motion. Hands off to number 8, the tailback, Brendan Metcalf. Metcalf gets back up to the line of scrimmage, and not much more before he's met there by number 31.
Anytime when you got Monzel Davis cracking from the outside linebacker, taking on that fullback, it busts up the rhythm of the offense, and that's what he did. He got back in the backfield, stopped the fullback in his tracks, and did not let the tailback get to the outside nor cut into the inside, and the tailback bumped into the fullback, so it disrupted the play immediately.
Jordan back in the shotgun, 3 wide outs, and it goes deep to number 7. If he can catch the ball, he hauls the ball in at the 5-yard line behind our defenders, and it's yet another touchdown from J.A. Fair. Jordan sat back there in the shotgun, had 2 wides to the right and 1 to the left. Sit number 7, Tony Hampton, who is actually listed as a fullback, out from a wide out, and caught the ball at the 5-yard line behind our safeties, and basically walked in untouched. Johnny.
It was definitely one of those deep passes where he just let the receivers run straight down the field, and the receivers got behind the secondary, and Mr. Jordan, he just heaved it as far as he could, and number 7 just ran right under it.
Jordan under center. A. Fair will go for 2 again. Brad Metcalf with the ball, gives it once again number 24, Quentin Spencer, out of the tailback, out of a slot back. If the 2-point conversion is good, it's a 22-7 ball game. The Leopards have fallen in a hole they're going to have to dig themselves out of. We'll be back after these messages.
And we are back live at Little Rock Fair. As Fair has gone up now on the Leopards, 22-7. As Ron said, quite a hole now that the Leopards have put themselves into. The kickoff is away and will be picked up at about the 5-yard line. Nice return out across the 20 is what looked to be disaster. Turned out fairly positive for the Leopards.
Yeah, Kerry Monroe I believe he fielded some J.A. Fair War Eagles too with it when he fielded that ball, started to his left, then came up the right sideline to stop what could have been a disastrous situation. Hey, Johnny, we got the ball outside the 25-yard line.
Like I said, I like the position at all, but hated how we got there.
Well, it looked at first like that ball was going to bounce out of bounds, would have been a penalty, and it would have been all right, but
yeah.
it took a turn there, and Monroe made a late decision to go ahead and pick it up, which was probably a wise one.
It was a wise decision. Yes, it was.
Roberts in shotgun now, looking to throw, looking to his left side. Got some pressure. He breaks free. Going to run this one out across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
There's something we haven't seen much of out of Jace Roberts that's very, very encouraging. Coverage was excellent. He had time to throw the ball, to look and look and look, but then when it took time to tuck the ball and run, he got outside and picked up 5 yards and turned what could have been a bad situation into positive yardage.
He definitely felt the pressure and he escaped from trouble, so that was a great play.
Witherspoon, the only back for the Leopards, twin set to the far side. Kyle Norris to the near side, the option play. Roberts on the keeper out across the 35 to the 40, 45 to the 50-yard line. And it's going to be brought down at the J. Fair 49. Nice running by Roberts, who I haven't seen that much speed out of this year.
He was short. If you remember, there was a couple options plays. I believe it was in the Stuttgart game, and he really showed some speed, some nice speed and some moves there. Once again, like we said last week when he ran the option with some success at Hope or against Hope, Roberts can run the option and showed us a real good job here in the last 2 plays. At some point in time, guys, I am going to get back to that slow option quarterback and tell you that story.
We're going to take a quick break. We've got a timeout on the field. We're back after this.
They operated 332-2777, serving Malvern area for almost 50 years.
And we're back live at Little Rock Fair. Leopards trailing the War Eagles 22-7. Jace Roberts in shotgun position, looking to throw once again. Throws this one incomplete, intended for Kyle Norris.
That ball was just a little bit behind Kyle Norris. He had to turn around and try to catch it. Got his hands on it, but just couldn't quite bring it in. I tell you what, Roberts has thrown the ball tonight with more zip than I've seen him throw the ball all year. I mean, he's not putting any air under those short passes. He's just hanging the back and humming them.
The Leopards at the War Eagles 49-yard line. It's 2nd down and 10. Roberts in shotgun once again. Witherspoon in the backfield. Looking to throw across the middle. Intended for Kevin Bryant. Incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 10.
He got a little anxious on that one. He did not let Kevin Bryant get out of his pass pattern and break out of it. The one thing is to fool the defensive back, thinking that you're going to go inside and allowing your receiver to break to the outside. If he'd have waited just about A second and a half later, he would have broke into that pattern and he'd have been wide open.
Yeah, and it's one of those it's a learning situation. Jace didn't have a whole lot of pressure yet there either. He saw Kevin breaking open. I think he wanted to get the ball out there and just didn't give him enough time.
Twins to the near side for Roberts. Takes the snap, gets this one away, incomplete, intended for number 7, Adam Cordell. And it's going to be 4th down and 10 with 27 seconds left here in the first half. Gentlemen, tell me, what do you do? What do you do here? Do you go ahead and go for it on 4th down?
I think you do. 27 seconds left. They're going to stop the clock, stop it with a timeout if you punt anyway. So, you've got them 51. If incomplete, you can still have them 51 yards away from any kind of a score with less than 20 seconds when this is over with. I think it's a wise move on the coach's part.
Oh yeah, you've got to go for it. You can't miss the opportunity whenever you're in the opponent's side of the field.
Twins to the near side for the Leopards. Screen pass to Bryant, complete out across the 40, the 35. Still trying to break tackles, gets inside the 35 to the 34. Clock stopped as Bryant goes out of bounds, and it's a 1st down for the Leopards. 16 seconds left here in the half. The Leopards trying to score. They're at the War Eagle.
I tell you what, with the
35,
with a 22 to 7 deficit, we need some points here before the end of the first half if we can get them.
Kevin Hare coming split to the near side. Kevin Bryant to the far side for the Leopards. He's doubled up over there. They got a twin set now over there. Roberts looking for, not sure who he's looking for. Looking for Bryant coming across the middle, overshoots his man. It's incomplete. Going to be 2nd down and 10. 10 seconds to go now in the half.
And it looked to me like that. Jace looked around. His man was covered. He found an open spot out there that was not going to get him in trouble with the grounding and threw the ball away. Sure looked, because he was looking around. Kevin was, when he's breaking from our left to our right, there was no way he was going to get there, and I think that was just a throwaway.
Kyle Norris now split to the far side. Adam Cordell comes to the near side. Roberts in shotgun once again. Looking to throw. Gets this one away, intended for Bryant. Contact, no flag on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 with 6 seconds left on the clock.
I think this time, whenever you got 6 seconds left, you got to get it in the end zone. You got to throw it all the way down, at least to the goal line, and hope that your receiver will come up with the ball. No matter if it does get picked off or not, it's no big thing because they've still got 90-something yards to go for a touchdown. So we've got to go for the end zone right here.
Yeah, with LT Tobias and KB on the wings out there, we've got our speed out there, and we'll see if we just don't go deep.
Twins to the far side, split right. Roberts looking to throw, throws to the outside, almost picked off. It is incomplete, time showing expired. And that is the last play of the first half.
Looks like number 1, that kid must do everything because he's Charles Hayes looks like he's set to kick off, Mike.
And if you remember, he was the one that did make the saving tackle on Sean Williams on his last kickoff return. The kick is away. Looked like they may have been offsides. Ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that one, they did let that one go out of bounds in that last kickoff, like we were talking about, back down in the same area that Kari Monroe was, and that Kari didn't have to make that decision. But the last time I went down there that Kari had to field it, it was headed in the same direction that ball was.
There was a penalty.
Looks like they must have been offside. Is that right?
Like number 6 there for the War Eagles. Chris Slater got a head start on that kickoff coverage. He's at the near side end. So Charles Hayes sets the ball up now at the 35-yard line. And is set to kick once again.
Sean Williams deep to receive this kickoff.
And the kick is going to go to Williams. He fields it at the 18, across the 20, across the 30-yard line. out across the 40, and once again Charles Hayes makes the saving tackle for the War Eagles out at about the 43-yard line.
Sean's going to look at that film in the morning and say, you know, if I'd have cut back to the right instead of going out to the sideline, he still might be running. Because there was, he waited, did an excellent job of watching these blockers, waiting for the wall to set up, but the wall didn't set up where he thought it was going to. There was a nice hole over there, but still, very nice field position. What, 43 and a half, Mike?
Absolutely, ball spotted. Actually, now it looks like it's 44-yard line.
You know what? Stacy's not going to have to feed Johnny the way he's going after those nachos.
Kind of feeling Stacy may be asleep by the time Johnny gets home tonight. Roberts with the screen pass out to Bryant to the near side. Across the 45, he's going to be dumped as he hits the 46-yard line. About 3 War Eagles combining on that stop. A nice play for the Leopards on first down.
Yeah, nice completion. Get the ball into the sure hands of Kevin Bryant. That was that little flanker backup. What's the terminology I'm looking? Yeah,
screen pass.
Thank you there, Nacho Mouth. Nice flanker screen. The nachos are very good, though, so I don't blame Johnny.
They should
for
be.
that.
I think they've been cooking it since.
Yeah, well, that's another story. That's another story at the concession stand. Leopard's ready to go.
Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. Roberts up under center. Fakes to the fullback on the option. He pitches out to Witherspoon. Witherspoon slips and falls as he nears the 50. They're going to spot it at the 49. Witherspoon had lots of running room, just slipped as he made his cut to turn upfield.
When he turned right to go straight upfield and start running north and south, his feet went out from under him, and he had a lot of green in front of him. It's an unfortunate situation. Roberts did an excellent job of the belly series into the line and then read the outside linebacker and the defensive end and made an excellent pitch.
3rd down and 5. The Leopards need to get to about the 46-yard line of the War Eagles. Roberts looks to throw. Pass out to the near side intended for Adam Cordell. It's incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and 5 now for the Leopards, and the punting team comes onto the field.
Just a little bit high with just a little bit too much juice on it. Jace was trying to get it out there with some steam on it and just didn't quite get his feet on him, look like, and follow through and get the ball down.
Adam Cordell now set to punt for the Leopards. The War Eagles lead 22-7. We've just started the second half. Cordell with the punt. Bounds at the 25. Going to take a good Leopard roll down to about the 19 of Little Rock Fair.
Chase Thornton, the strong safety down there to make sure that the War Eagles didn't go anywhere and down the ball. We'll be back after a quick message from our sponsor. Our area. Call them at 332-2777. They'll have what you're looking for. That's McClure Real Estate. Locally owned and locally operated.
We are back at Fair. The give this time to the tailback. He gets to about the 15-yard line.
Brendan Metcalf took the ball back there, the big old sophomore. Well, he's not that big, 5'8", 145. Speedy, he's a speedy kid. Nice job there by big number 44, Brandon Bradford, and 63 and 64 again. See, like we call Hunter and Potts all the time, but those kids are just always around the ball. Tell you, John Skinner's playing a real good ball game tonight, too, on the defensive side.
Jordan takes the snap. The give. Tough to pick up who these guys are as they got that little tight, compact offense. The give was to number 24, Quinn Spencer. He's dropped quickly as he gets across the 15 to the 16-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down now and about 9.
Once again, John Skinner was in there that time. He had some help, and it was good to see Matlock back on the field, big on number 22, Terrence. He had limped off earlier, but Terrence is back out there now, got that ankle taped and ready to go, looks like.
Jordan now in the shotgun, looking to throw. Lets this one fly. It is complete out to the far side at the 30-yard line, out to the 35, 39-yard line. And once again, number 7, Tony Hampton, really doing a number on that Leopard secondary.
Well, Jordan had way too much time to pass that ball. I mean, he had all the time to look back there, and I think probably that Tony was probably at least the second, probably the third receiver he looked at, and he was actually the flare coming out of the backfield. He had that much time to get him out there and get that far downfield.
Ball spotted at the 38. It's first down. Fumble on the play. Leopard signaling that they have it. And the referee agrees, so the Leopards will take over in War Eagle territory. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line.
That may be that break we need. It's got a little rejuvenation and an excitement over there on the Leopard sidelines. We haven't mentioned we are playing under a slight, what would we call this? A light, not quite
drizzle.
Yeah, drizzle. It is a drizzle. It's a full. It'll be a drizzle now. It's a sprinkle a while ago, but it is a drizzle. Kind of like Michael's nose.
Yeah. The give to the tailback, Witherspoon. No running room there as he's dropped at about the 36, lost about a half a yard on the play. Going to be second down, and they're going to call it 11.
Yeah, big old number 74. Again, Moses Smith. Seems like we've called his name a lot. Stepped up off of the bottom of that pile.
Well, they're definitely pinched in the middle and not giving us any running room up the middle. Looks like to me that we've got all our big gains on the outside in the last quarter and a half. So maybe we need to start pushing it to the outside a little bit on the option or the quick pitch.
Roberts has done well with the option.
Tobias and Norris come in a twin set to the near side. The reverse to Witherspoon. He gets across the 35 to the 30-yard line. Going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 33. Nice gain on that play as they went outside, just as Johnny brought up before.
Spoon made a good move there and got away from number 55, Marcus Bolden, a big 227-pound defensive tackle, and just Spoon ran right past him. We have a Leopard down. I can't see who it is.
Damon is still down.
Still down. Coaching staff over there with him. He may have got the wind knocked out of him.
Well, that play, they lined up with three backs out to the right-hand side of the field, and Damon was the first slot back, which was lined up right off the I guess the tackle or the tight end on the right-hand side, and comes back across the field. Jace Roberts hands off and runs the ball out to the outside just like a handoff for a reverse. So
once again, Damon Spoon could show us that get and go kind of glide, then accelerate, glide, and accelerate. He's got a nice future in front of him.
There's Damon Witherspoon still getting attention on the sidelines. Let's take a quick break. We're going to be back after this.
National's commitment to our customers. M&B Bank's a real community bank and proud to sponsor these Leopard football broadcasts.
The pitch to Rodney Hughes in for the injured Witherspoon. He's got running room to the right side across the 10-5. Touchdown, Malvern.
Touchdown, Malvern. Great play. And for the Witherspoon family and friends, Damon got up, walked off, and looked like he had some cobwebs. So Damon's fine, and Rodney stepped in there and got outside and made a nice move to score.
27 yards. Rodney Hughes goes for the Malvern touchdown. Pulls the Leopards within 9 points now. It's 22-13.
Nice play. And Johnny just called it exactly. You got to get outside. That play was designed all the way outside. We pinched in on their end and their defensive tackle and went at it.
It was just a straight, quick pitch to the outside, and Rodney Hughes beat him to the corner.
The Leopards now going to go for 2 points. The pitch to the right side. Rodney Hughes hit a couple of times, still battling, and is going to be dropped just shy of the goal line. Nice, tough run by Rodney Hughes, but just too many War Eagles in on that play.
That's a really tough run by Hughes. I thought he was across there and broken the plane, but I guess not. It looks a little better, guys. 13-22, and we have stopped the War Eagles.
Exactly. We finally got a break to go our way in a ball game where we got a turnover and we capitalized pretty quickly. We went 35 yards on probably a half a dozen plays, and Rodney Hughes took it to the house 27 yards out with a quick pitch to the right-hand side of the field. A lot of great downfield blocks by our receivers that broke that play free, and I wish I would have caught the receiver's number. to give them little dibs on that play. But
tell you what you can do. You can turn on at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on Channel 13, our friends at Cox Cable, and you can see all the things we miss, because I promise you we do miss some things up here. It's not me, it's these other two.
Leopard set to kick off now. Nice high kick, going to be fielded at about the 13-yard line. And the tackle made at about the 25. That's Chris Slater on the return for the War Eagles. As I said, he gets to the 25-yard line.
We've got to, that's good defensive field position for the Leopards. We just need to get a 3 and out here, get the ball back, and keep it going.
I believe that was only like a 5-yard return. I don't believe we kicked it so high in a short kick that they did not return it more than 5 yards. So that was a great pursuit on our Malvern Leopard team.
Leopards trailing 22-13, 7 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the third quarter.
We need to come up with a huge stop here to get the ball back in our hands.
Henry Jordan hands to his tailback, who is met immediately behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow. I tell you what,
Monzel
Davis went screaming through there, and I mean, he had the ball player as fast as he had, and he hit him. Not only hit him, he hit him with authority. And that was a nice lick.
That needs to get our heads up over on our sidelines. Get a little enthusiasm. Let's start rocking some heads right here.
Loss of about 1.5 yards on the play. They're going to call it 2nd down and 12.
That was a 33. We expect something out of the 22 and the 44 now. That pattern has developed over the last few games.
Henry Jordan going to run the option. He is hit quickly and hard. Lost once again on the play. That's 3 Leopards combined for the tackle.
Right in there is number 26, and he is somebody's outstanding, or supposed to be somebody's outstanding player, and is living up to it so far.
That's right. He is Southern State Bank's isolated player of the game. I like calling his name time after time.
Rodney again did an excellent job crashing across there, and like the coaches had told me earlier, they found something Rodney likes to do. They line him up and say, go to point A to point B, go as hard as you can, and he's doing an excellent job of it.
He's a headhunter tonight.
Henry Jordan back under center. It's 3rd down and 15 now.
Pass
play. Jordan looking to throw. Gets this one away. Is complete out across the 35-yard line.
They're just absolutely flooding the backs. There was five people down within our defensive backs, and it was we couldn't get back to the quarterback. It was almost like a screen, but it wasn't. But we just couldn't get back there. We had pressure on him, but just couldn't get to him.
Couldn't get there in time. Nice play fake action by the War Eagles.
That's the misfortunes. Whenever you do send a lot of men, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback to not allow him to get the ball off, because there will be players open in the secondary.
1st down and 10 now for the War Eagles. Jordan looking to throw once again. Gets this one away. Almost picked off by number 60, Brandon Paget. Or excuse me, number 60, John Skinner.
Brandon Bradford was back there and put a big hit on Jordan, and the ball went right through John Skinner's hands.
They just called unnecessary roughness on Brandon Bradford.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, yeah. I think there may have been a little bit of challenge because they were walking away from each other, and when the referee threw the flag. So
we just need to keep our cool heads. Stop them right here. We can't afford misfortunate penalties, and if we can stop them right here, we get the ball in our hands, we can come up with another score. It looks like our offense is doing well in the second half.
First down and 10 now for the War Eagles at the 50-yard line. Jordan takes the snap, gives to Spencer. Spencer gets across the 50 out to about the 49-yard line. Fumbles the football, but after the whistles had blown.
That's excellent coaching. I'm going to tell you why. Skinner had him held up. Rodney Hughes goes in there late and goes to work on pulling the football out. And the whistle blew the ball came out right after the football came out. But that's excellent coaching. You can tell that these defensive coaches do an excellent job. That man stopped, then let the other guys go for the ball.
22-13, the War Eagles leading the Leopards. 4:48 left here in the third quarter. Ball spotted at the 48-yard line. Jordan gives to his fullback.
Jordan was
not much room there.
He was trying to run that belly series again over there, Johnny, and we had so jammed up that he couldn't get the ball back out, and there was no place for him to go. Excellent play by that left side of our defensive line. That's looks like 64 and 63 again. That's Travis Potts, Brandon Bradford, and
Byron Hunter in on that as well.
Byron Hunter in on that, and with a lot of help from old 26. And for those of you who haven't figured that out yet, that's Rodney Hughes. There's
Jordan
pressure.
looking to throw, hit as he gets it away, complete once again to his favorite target tonight, number 7. One man to beat, Kevin Bryant on the chase, grabs him by the back of the jersey and hauls him down at about the 1-yard line. Number 7, Tony Hampton.
Well, Hampton's really got some speed coming across there and got excellent hands. And I don't know how Jordan got I guess, 6 foot, 200 pounds is the reason he got it up, because he had leopards all over him and had people with their hands on him. He was still able to throw a strike across the middle, and then the rest of it was Tony Hampton making people miss him and racing to the corner. Luckily, Kevin Bryant caught him. We need a stand here, guys. We need a stand.
Ball spotted back at the 3-yard line. Henry Jordan steps under center, gives to his fullback. Brought down, waiting for the spot now. Looks like it's going to be at about the 2.5.
We're through at the 3:33, 3:32 mark of the third quarter. The Leopards trail 22-13.
Big pass plays the difference so far tonight. Most of them to number 7, Tony Hampton. Henry Jordan steps back under center.
Keeps it.
Looks to give, keeps it, and he's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on that play. It's going to be 3rd down now as the Leopards look to make a stand deep in their own territory.
You know, guys, it looks to me like that the coaching staff has done what they wanted to do. They wanted to stop the run, because that's what J.A. Fair lived on, and make them pass. And unfortunately, they've had more success with the pass than what we would like for them to have.
We've definitely stopped the run. They've just come up with the big plays in the passing game, passing downfield.
Nose of the football just inside the 3-yard line now as Henry Jordan steps back under center. Decides to keep this one himself, gets a little bit of a push. Lots of Leopards in on the tackle, and it looks like Jordan's going to be stopped shy of the goal line, and this one is going to be spotted at the 1.
Well, that looked like an old rugby scrum. I mean, everybody was in there pushing, shoving, pulling, and by golly, it's 4th down, and it's almost, right at a yard and a half, Mike.
Just, right a yard and a half. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field. We're going to take one as well. Leopards behind now, 22-13.
Big 4th down play, guys.
4th down and goal to go. Ball at about just outside the 1-yard line. The give to the fullback. Big push at the middle. No signal as of yet.
Oh, no, not that late.
Late call there. And touchdown for the War Eagles.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. That makes the score 28-13.
And the War Eagles once again going to line up to go for 2.
Did the linesman over there go to the videotape to make that call, or was it?
Not sure there, Ron. It took a long time for him to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Henry Jordan now in the shotgun. Looking to throw, throws across the middle, broken up, 2-point conversion is no good. So it is now 28-13.
Leopards need something to happen, and something good. You hate to be redundant, but long pass play, and that's a heartbreaker right there. You know, you stop them 3 times inside of the 3-yard line, and then boy, you lose one by the nose of the football right there at the goal line, and you come out of there by stopping them, and it's an altogether different ball game. We're looking at 28-13 now. It's the Leopards got the work cut out for them.
Lots of time left. 1:45 left here in the third quarter.
Well, it's still no time to panic. It's still, we've got to have 2 scores no matter way you looked at it a while ago.
Good point.
To go ahead. And, you know, we just need to, one play at a time. We can't just go for the long pass every play. We need to concentrate and get play by play and make progress down the field, and don't get too aggressive here. Plenty of time in the ball game.
Charles Hayes set now to kick off for the War Eagles. Short kick. Hits outside the 21, fielded by Kari Monroe. Monroe up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, now out to the 35-yard line, where he's drugged down, and the Leopards will start out 1st and 10 at their own 35. Good return by Kari Monroe.
Yeah, Aaron Thomas was down on the bottom of that pile for the War Eagles, and he had a hold of Kari's foot and just wasn't going to let go, or Kari had, you know, he had some field in front of him.
Well, Kari, he definitely went straight up into the wedge, straight up the field, and he was definitely going north and south, and that's the way you pick up a lot of yards on return, is whenever you bust up through the wedge and then break it out to the outside. If he had about 2 more steps, broke it out to the right-hand side, he might have gone for 6.
And Rodney Hughes leaves the huddle. He's going to go off the field. It looks like, well, Roberts is going to run out of the shotgun now. Screen pass out to Kyle Norris across the 40-yard line. Nice game of the play as he's brought down at the 43.
Yeah, it's a nice throw and catch there by Roberts and Norris. Pick up approximately 8 yards. We'll take about 7 more of those, and guys, we're real close to scoring.
2nd down and 3 now for the Leopards. Biggs, the only back in the backfield, trips to the right for the Leopards. The give to Biggs up the middle, crosses the 45, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets up to about the 48-yard line. Should be enough for the 1st down.
Nice hard running by Biggs. Just bouncing off of people and just doing an excellent job at it, running the ball up between the tackles, as they say.
I thought it was a great call. When you spread out the field, they think that we're in a passing situation. They step back, and all we needed was 2 yards for a 1st down, and we got it by running it straight up the middle. Great
Rodney
call.
Hughes now the lone setback for the Leopards. Twins to the far side. The pitch to Hughes to the far side. He cuts upfield across the 50-yard line to the 45.
That's
nice cut by Rodney Hughes.
Really nice cut. That was going to the outside, Johnny, and when he got out there and was able to get inside of their defensive end or their safety one out there, and then he come back across the grain and did an excellent job. Nice run.
He was searching for daylight, and anytime whenever you're searching for daylight, you're going north and south.
That's the main thing.
You will get the yards.
Good point, yeah. And Rodney is running north and south.
Leopards back of the eye to give to Hughes up the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles and gets across the 40-yard line down to about the 39. More hard yards for Rodney Hughes.
Rodney's got his shirt tail out. He's got one sock up, one sock down, and he's calling for the ball some more. He's into the ball game, and you know, a lot of those times those tailbacks, they get like that. They want the ball. Guys, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We're into the 3rd quarter. We're 13 Leopards, J. Fair 28.
Orr's Furniture in Malvern is a proud sponsor of Leopard Football. We wish the best of luck this year to our new coach Eric Hart and his staff as they begin a new era in Malvern's long and celebrated football tradition. It takes hard work and a lot of teamwork to be a successful organization. Over the years, the Malvern Leopards have proven time and time again that they are up to the challenges that face them every Friday night. At Orr's Furniture in Malvern, we too do our best to make every customer that walks in our door feel welcome and confident that we can help them with any furniture or appliance need they have. We represent some of the most trusted names in the furniture industry: Lazy Boy, Bassett, Sealy, Flex Steel, Maytag, and Frigidaire, just to name a few. Our experienced sales staff is ready to help you select just the right piece you need, from a single table by your chair to a whole house full of quality home furnishings. And we'll deliver your selection free. We offer 6 months same as cash, or use the flexible monthly payment plans we offer. Once again, we are happy to bring you Leopard Football, and we hope to see you soon. Orr's Furniture, Main Street, Malvern, open Saturdays till 4.
It's fall. It's cool weather. Your mind thinks of a lot of things. Football, and maybe it's time for a new automobile or to trade that jalopy off. I'm here with Mr. Teeter Chevrolet Olds, and he's got some words for you.
Yes, sir. We've got the words and we've got the product. We've got probably over 500 units out here, and I'm looking at a sea of cars. I've got all kinds and creeds and colors of vehicles, all type of sport utilities. We have the high-dollar European cars, the Maximas, the Mazdas, the Lexus, just whatever you want in the high-dollar European cars, and they all popular new Chevrolet. We've got them here at Teeter's. So come on out and shop us real soon. Remember, like I always say, the more we invest in our youth, the less we'll spend on prisons later.
Go to OTC to get where you want to be. A small college with big opportunities. Get the quality education you need. Affordable classes, convenience too. We bring out the best in you. Washita Technical College is the place to be.
Enroll today at Washita Technical College. You'll find instruction in a variety of high-demand fields, including Cisco, nursing, medical transcription, and others. You can also take your basics to transfer. Call us today, 337-5000. Get where you want to be at OTC. That's 337-5000.
Washita Technical College is the place to be.
The year is 1952. Harry S. Truman is president. Gasoline is 11 cents a gallon, and Coca-Cola is still a nickel, and there are plenty of penny postcards laying around. Henry McClure and George McClure Sr. opened the doors to a new real estate business. Now, 50 years later, McClure Real Estate continues to serve the Malvern and the Hot Spring County area with the same dedication and professionalism of the founding fathers. The professionals at McClure Real Estate, Danny Regan, Nita Wingo, Beverly Hudson, Deanne Williams, Gene Dugan, Bob Jones, Frank McClure, and George McClure Jr. are here to help you with all your real estate needs. They're locally owned and locally operated for over 50 years right here in Malvern. That's McClure Real Estate, 332-2777, proud sponsors of Leopard Football.
Hi, this is Tony Warner from Malvern National Bank, a real community bank. We're working to make your banking as simple as possible. You can now bank from the comfort of your home on your PC with M&B Bank's Access Link. Transfer funds, check balances, pay all your bills through the optional bill pay service. No more checks to write, no more postage stamps to buy. We do it all. It's at www.mnbbank.com. It's just part of Malvern National's commitment to our customers. M&B Bank's a real community bank and proud to sponsor these Leopard football broadcasts.
And we're back live at Little Rock Fair. Jace Roberts back up under center. The give to the fullback. Biggs gets down to about the 38-yard line, 37-yard line. It looks like they're going to spot this one.
Yeah, that play was a little slow developing time that the corner, Aaron Thomas, had a chance to get, or actually playing a linebacker. Number 5 had a chance to get up there and kind of slow things up and jam things up a little bit.
Second down and 8 now for the Leopards. Kyle Norris comes to the near side. Roberts looking for Norris, complete to the 30-yard line.
I tell you what, you can tell that the fair knows that we're going to throw that little slant down because Norris actually caught the ball in double coverage that time, did a good job of concentrating on the ball all the way in and making a catch and making positive yardage. We're third and short again. We have a fair player down, don't we, Mike?
Yeah, I have a fair player down the field like one of the gentlemen that was in on the tackle. While we have a break in the action, let's get an update on the Southern State Bank player of the game, Rodney Hughes.
Rodney Hughes is having an excellent game tonight, and he has 9 tackles, 2 sacks, 4 carries for 42 yards with a touchdown. So great job, Rodney Hughes, our isolated player of the game for Southern State Bank.
The pitch now to Hughes to the right side, looking to get outside, and he is going to be dropped for a loss back at the 36-yard line.
They brought Henry Jordan back in, the quarterback, and put him in that middle linebacker spot, and I mean, he was headed for a straight line to where Rodney was going. Big fourth down, guys.
Fourth down and about 6 yards.
The one thing that we need to make sure that we've only need 6 yards for a first down. Not 15, we need 6. So we need to come up with a good play. We don't have to go downfield for a long pass. Short pass will work. or a good hard run will work.
Kevin Bryant comes to the near side, split wide. Roberts looks to pass to Bryant. It is complete and enough for the first down, as that one is going to be marked just inside the 35. And as you said, Johnny, we only needed 6.
Let me take a time while they're moving the chains to remind everybody that tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock at the Lakeside Gymnasium, the Lady Leopard volleyball team will go to win the conference championship. It's down to Lakeside and the Lady Leopard volleyball team. They've only lost 2 matches. One of them was to Lakeside, so go over there if you can.
Roberts pitches to Hughes to the near side. Not much running room there, as Hughes is going to be dropped at about the 27-yard line. Loss on that play. Looks like they may be keying off our tailback now.
Looks like that they're shadowing the tailback. Followed up a little bit on the volleyball team. They lost 1 match early, then they lost to Lakeside early. I'll get back to that just after this.
Roberts checks the play to his receivers. Looking to throw, looking for Bryant across the middle, and it is knocked loose. Bryant almost came up with that one, but unfortunately, number 7, Tony Hampton, stuck his head in there, and it looked like it hit him right.
Excellent play. Kevin Hare was going across the middle, and
I apologize. That was
okay.
Kevin Hare.
It was Kevin Hare, and Kevin was open. Roberts looked at him once, he was in coverage, waited till he broke, and then the safety just come across and barely got a hand in there. Nice throw and catch. Great play by the safety is all I can say.
And it was a good play. Bryant does come into this play. LT Tobias goes to the far side, Bryant to the near side. Flag on the play before it's ever snapped.
While they're discussing the flag, I'll finish up with the Lady Leopard volleyball team. They have already qualified for the state tournament tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow morning they're playing for either number 1 or number 2 seed, which is important when you go into the state tournament at Harrison. This is like, I think, the third or fourth at least consecutive trip to the state tournament for the Lady Leopard volleyball team. They take a lot of experience, a senior-laden team, and once again, we wish the Lady Leopard volleyball team all the best luck in the world. Beat the Rams, the Lady Rams.
3rd down and 17 after the penalty. Roberts up under center looking to throw. Throws this one out over the middle. Incomplete.
It looks like we're throwing into double coverage all the time, and it's just because of the way the defensive schemes that Robinson has. They've got the small linebackers, the smaller corners and safeties, and these kids can move. They don't have any big lumbering linebackers in there. They got the, looks like a nickel defense or whatever.
LT Tobias bringing the play in now for the Leopards. 9:27 left in the ball game. The Leopards down 28-13. Twins to the far side. Split left for the Leopards. Roberts out of the shotgun. Throws way downfield. This one is almost picked off. Incomplete. And the War Eagles will take over on downs.
The War Eagles take over. The Leopards needs to get their defense scrunch back up here and make another stop. Get this offense back on. We're only 2 scores down. 9 minutes and 25 seconds to play. Plenty of time.
Leopards needing to come up really with a turnover to get momentum shifted at this point.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. The Leopards and the coaching staff, are looking for something good to happen, something positive to happen, and we need to start making some of our own breaks here, Mike.
Henry Jordan gives to his tailback Spencer. He's going to be dropped inside the 30.
Oh, I tell you what, Monzel Davis was out there. It's one of those situations like we talked before, Johnny. We stopped the run, we stopped the run, and we just need to stop those big pass plays.
Exactly. Whenever we can't seem to get to the quarterback, he's scrambling around there and makes that long pass, and it's just unfortunate that we just cannot get back to him. But again, we are stopping the run time and time again tonight.
Loss in the play of 2 yards. It's 2nd down and 12. Jordan fakes to his tailback, gets this one away. This time it's incomplete. Flag down on the play.
Not only that, that was a big hurry. I tell you what, Rodney Hughes was all over him. As a matter of fact, he had to alter the way through the ball even to get it away and to get it away from get around Rodney, and consequently the receiver had no chance of catching. What's the call, Mike?
Well, I've yet to see a call yet.
That was my point exactly.
If it was, I don't know if it's holding or.
Their illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure
Declined.
Okay. So.
But it's not a dead ball foul. Explain that one to me. But that's another situation. All right.
Well, an offensive back can be called in motion, and it can still the clock can keep going. If a guy's on the line of scrimmage, he cannot come out of his stance. And if he breaks his stance, then it's a dead ball foul.
3rd down and 12 now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
For the Little Rock Fair War Eagles. Almost said J Fair. That's what they were when we played against them. The give to number 8.
Boy, I tell you what, that's that big old fullback that, well, not big when I keep...
Brendan Metcalf.
Brendan Metcalf, number 8, looks bigger than 5'8" and 145, guys. He just look, but that's what they've got him listed at. He looks closer to 5'9", 150.
4th down and 12, or about 11 yards for the War Eagles as they set up to punt this one away.
We need a big return here.
Well, it looks like to me we're going to get the ball around the 45 to 50-yard line out of this punt. So
Kevin Bryant sets up at the 45. High, short punt. Bounds at the 50 down to about the Leopard 44-yard line. And the Leopards will take over there 1st and 10.
We got plenty of time now. It's one of these situations. I'm sure Coach Baker and the offensive coaches have had a chance to sit over and see what will work, what will not work, and we need to take advantage of excellent field position here. Get a score. Golly, it's
this is a must-score situation.
Yeah, it's 28-13, JA Fair. 7.5 minutes, 7:48 left in the ball game. Plenty of time, but we need to go ahead and score here.
Twins to either side now for Roberts, who lines up in the shotgun. Looks to throw to his left, and it is thrown short to LT Tobias and incomplete. Going to be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, a situation there, Johnny, where they ran KB down, ran the corner to safety off, and brought Tobias back up under him for a little shorter route. Just didn't quite make the connection.
No, we spread the field out and made them play one-on-one coverage, and the D-backs are 10, 12 yards off our receivers.
Oh, yeah, their safety's 15 yards, 20 yards deep right now.
Roberts looking to throw out a shotgun once again. This time it's complete to Kyle Norris. But Norris fumbles at the end of the play, and that's recovered by Jay Fair. So they're going to take over now at about the 44-yard line.
Norris fumbled the ball right there on the sideline, and unfortunately it did not get out of bounds, and the J.A. Fair kid was right there to pick it up. So once again, guys, we kind of sputter on offense and turn it back over to our almost probably well-worn defense right now. These kids are getting a little, I would think, a little tired. They've been on the field a long time, guys.
Yes, they have. Henry Jordan back up under center for the War Eagles. Gives to his fullback, who gets a correction.
He kept it himself.
Kept it himself and came out across the 50-yard line down to about the 47.
That was a situation, I don't know whether that was a broken play or not. It was running that belly series to the left. Jordan pulled the ball back out, looked to his right, and there was a seam through there and ran through it. Now, whether that was a design play or not, I don't know, guys. Whatever it was good for about 9 yards.
2nd down and 1 for the War Eagles. This time the give to Spencer. He's going to be dropped at the 50-yard line. Loss on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 yards. Almost 3.
Nice penetration in there by John Skinner again. Skinner's just all over the place. Him and Potts, and we got a Leopard down. Looks like somebody's got the wind knocked out of him.
Monzel Davis looks like he's the player on the field. Maybe
He got the Munzel's okay. Just slapped the ground. I think he probably got the wind knocked out of him, but he's jogging off the sideline with the coaches now.
With the officials having to stop time, Davis will have to leave for at least one play.
Yeah. Callison comes in for him.
big stop we need right here. Get the ball back.
Yes, we do.
3rd down and 3 now for the War Eagles. Jordan on the keeper slips, and they're going to say his knee touched down back at about the 46-yard line.
Actually, I can't see that. They don't have a number 10 on their roster, Mike. But number 10 was the quarterback on that play, and who that is, I don't know.
No roster, as we said, was provided to us, and there were no programs being sold tonight.
Great stand by the defense. The defense just keeps giving this offense a chance, and this offense is going to capitalize on it here soon, I think. Well, they're watching the clock, letting the clock run down. Nice job by Fair.
Charles Hayes set to get this one away.
Had the block on, missed it.
Ball looks like it may have been tipped, and it's going to be down at about the 35-yard line.
Once again, excellent field position for the Leopards.
I believe Rodney Hughes got a little touch on that. That ball came fluttering out there to be Southern State Bank's isolated player of the game. So I'm going to give him a tip punt. So he is everywhere tonight.
I thought that, as a matter of fact, I thought that we had that one blocked. Rodney was back there, and
he's been close all night. Matter of fact, 2 or 3 of our Leopards were back there.
Well, the Leopards are going to make a comeback. They're going to have to start it here. 5:39 left in the ball game. Leopards down 28-13. Roberts in shotgun. Hands off to Rodney Hughes, and Hughes is going to be stopped short of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was looked like a tailback draw back there that just didn't go anywhere. The interior tackle to tackle of the J.A. Fair War Eagles, they were all over that play.
Excuse me, Ron, go ahead.
I think it's one of those design plays to create a seam, and the seam wasn't there.
Twins to either side once again for the Leopards. Roberts lined up in shotgun. 2nd down and 11. Roberts looks to throw to the far side over the head of Kyle Norris. It's incomplete, and now it's 3rd down and 11. Leopards definitely in a passing situation.
Yeah, we just, it's one of those, like Johnny said earlier, 2nd down, try to get 6 and 6 and get the first 10. Now we're in a situation where we've going to have 11 and a half yards on the 3rd down play, and we got to get the ball down the field. We got to go north and south, Johnny.
That's right. It's 2-down territory. If we can just knock off half and get half the next down, we'll take it that way.
Roberts out of the shotgun. Looks to throw. Now he's going to break free. He's out across the 45 to the 47-yard line, but we've got a penalty in the backfield. Looks like it may be holding against the Leopards.
That was a quick flag. The linesman threw it back in there where, unfortunately, you usually get a holding call. A nice play. You'll see this on Channel 13 tomorrow, starting at 4 o'clock. Roberts does a real good job right there, guys, of taking what was left for him. The receivers were covered. He waited and has shown a lot of ability to run the ball. We may be seeing more option out of this team as it goes over. With what Roberts has shown us the last couple of ball games.
Penalty moves the ball all the way back to the Leopard 25-yard line. They need to get to almost the 46 for the first down. Roberts in shotgun, looks to pass, swing pass out to Rodney Hughes. That pass is incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down.
Boy, they sent over big old number 55, Marcus Bolden, the 5'10", 227-pound linebacker. They blitzed that linebacker up there. We didn't pick him up, and Roberts was in a world of hurt before he could get turned down and sprint out, and had to hurry the pass out there to Rodney Hughes.
4th down now and 19 for the Leopards. The punting team comes onto the field with 4:43 left here in the ball game. Leopards down 28-13.
Looks like we were late getting a player back out on the field.
Another penalty against the Leopards. This one's going to move the ball back to the 20-yard line now, and the Leopards
delay game. We let the 25-second clock expire on us, trying to get. We were players short on the field, and by the time he got out here, the 25-second clock had expired.
Cordell fields the snap, gets this one away. It's going to bound at the 35-yard line, picked up and returned to about the 25-yard line.
Tony Hampton, number 7, Mr. Do Everything tonight for the J.A. Fair War Eagles. Did a good job of faking out our coverage guy there. He looked at like he was going to get away from it. The ball hit, bounced, and then he grabbed it and ran about 7 or 8 yards.
Was he just downfield blocking, and then the ball just happened to bounce right in front of him?
It looked like what it was, actually.
It was not.
Cordell had to field a low snap on that one. Was lucky, really, to get it away.
Yeah, it was not a real good punt.
4:32 left here in the in the ball game. Leopards down 28-13. Little Rock Fair with the ball at the Leopard 25. Give up the middle, gain of a couple of yards.
Well, they run their tailbacks right at us. That's just one of the situations. Jordan just turned around and handed the ball to Brendan Metcalf and said, "Go see what you can get." And fortunately for us, about 1.5 yards was all he got there. We did a good job of slowing down the War Eagles there.
I bet their average tonight is no more than 1 yard on a carry. We've stopped them multiple times in the backfield when they're trying to run that misdirection, and our D-line has come up big tonight.
Zach Henderson is doing a good job going both ways out there. Big old 74 was in on that one. He's fighting the battles in there now.
Give to the tailback up the middle once again. It looks like Fair content to run out the clock as much as possible on this one.
We have a timeout by Fair.
Well, they had been content to run the clock.
We're going to take a liar out of you, didn't they?
We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this.
We're back. 3 minutes and 39 seconds left. Leopards trailing J.A. Fair 28-13. Jordan comes up to the same old tight formation we've looked at all night. Under the ball, Metcalf behind him, barking out the signals. Hands off to Metcalf. No, fakes to Metcalf. Keeps the ball himself as drug down. But we got a flag, Johnny.
I believe there's a little movement on them, and we got a hold. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's
back them up.
John Skinner once again in on the play there. They have continued all night long to run this tight formation just line up and try to run the ball at you, which the coaches knew they were going to do. But to be over and over and over, we've really done an excellent job on them on the run game.
Honestly, Ron, I believe they have not ran more than 50 yards on us all night long. I wouldn't doubt it's even less than that. Our front four has done a great job. Our linebackers have done a great job. It's just the misdirections and the passing game that's killed us.
Jordan back under the center in the backfield with him is Queen Spencer and Tony Hampton. Pitches the ball back to the tailback, trying to get to the outside. Gets up down to about the 28-yard line. That's number 6. That's Brendan Metcalf with the ball.
And quickly, Malvern calls a timeout. We do not want them to run the clock out any more than they have, and that's what they're trying to do, is stay in bounds and to get that clock down as close to 0 as possible. And on 4th down, we'll have to just see what they'll do. I'm sure that they'll try to run the ball out again. If not, they'll try for a 1st down. But
we've got them in a situation, Johnny, where it's 4th and long, 4th and they're calling it 4th and what, 17?
No, it's actually 13 maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say boy, I tell you what, you go on the road and you do miss your hometown press box guy, chain crew, and everything. It continues to amaze me. how professional Rick Dial and the crew is at Malvern with Richard Foles and that bunch, and then the chain gang. It's you really have to come on the road a lot to expect to see, go back home and really appreciate what we've got. Fair's going for it here on 4th and 13. Jordan under the ball, under the center, looks back. He's got Spencer in the backfield. Hands off to Spencer. Nope, he's back to pass, drops down deep. Throws over the middle, and number 4 has caught it at the 19-yard line. He breaks down to the 14, 15-yard line. That is a first down for J.A. Fair. A.J. Hughes, a 5'9", 165-pound junior wide receiver, got out there and made a big catch.
It's one of those things where we get sucked up on the run and the misdirection and the fakes by Mr. Jordan. He runs and scrambles to the outside and throws back across the middle of the field where their receivers are finding a seam and a soft spot in the zone to set up and make the catch and produce a first down out of it to keep the clock running.
Clock running at 3 minutes even. Malvern down 13-28. J.A. Fair driving inside the Malvern 20. Jordan barks out the signals. Number 7 goes wide left. Fumbles the ball on the ground. The Leopard jumps for it. Looks like the Leopards may have it. Number 7 went right. That's Tony Hampton. Went wide to his right. An arm tackle on him, and the ball came loose. And it looks like possibly Kevin Bryant has fallen on the ball. They've got a timeout. We have a Leopard. We don't have a signal yet on him.
I believe the ball is still J.A. Fair's. They wrestled it out of Kevin Bryant's hands, number 7 for J.A. Fair. Unfortunately, they came back up with the ball for second down.
Okay. 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Malvern trailing 13-28. J.A. Fair 2nd and 8 at the Malvern, right at the 10-yard line. Clock running.
It is definitely getting slippery out there. You can see the drizzle coming down, almost a rain coming down right now. All the cheerleaders have their rain jackets on, and people in the stands have their umbrellas going, so it is definitely raining tonight.
Jordan goes up the line of scrimmage, looks over the defense, turns around to points to his tailback, Brendan Metcalf, turns around and gives on a sweep to the other wideout, number 10. That is LaRouche Lockhart on the sweep.
There was a host of Leopards bringing him down. In the tailback was trying to string it out and trying to find him a hole, pick a hole, and there was no room for him to run. He might have got a half a yard out of that, where that just shows you that we're just stopping the run time and time again against these War Eagles.
Excellent pursuit by the Leopards. Half a yard gain, 3rd and 8. Once again, Henry Jordan's looking over the defense, looking back at his tailback, Metcalf again. Takes the ball, fakes to Metcalf, follows him through the hole, down to the 5-4-3 1-yard line before the Leopards stop him.
It looks enough for a first down for J.A. Fair. It's deep enough to run out the clock.
John Skinner was there for the touchdown saving tackle. The ball's at just inside the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, J.A. Fair, 1:37 and counting. And like Johnny said, the rain does get a little bit heavier.
Really not that bad. I just came in from outside, and it's still just a real light drizzle.
Number 3, Larry Clark, runs into the ball. Jordan under center, looks over the defense, barks out the signals, turns, fakes to his tailback, follows him into the line of the scrimmage, and looks like the Leopards have stopped him. Nope, touchdown Fair.
That touchdown runs the score. Now it's 34-13. With 1:08 left in the ball game, that will seal it for the Little Rock Fair War Eagles.
I'm going to tell you one thing, guys. I've done play-by-play twice when chance has been gone and they've had 2 touchdowns. You'll probably not hear me do play-by-play again. I am so superstitious.
Fair lining up to go for 2 once again. Jordan. It's like he handed that one to his fullback who... Well, this play's been going on a long time for a 3-yard play, and it is no good. The Leopards.
The ball had been fumbled into the end zone. It was still a live ball. the Leopards had tried to pick it up. You pick it up and run the other direction, and it's 3 points. The other side of it is Fair's fighting for the ball, because if they fall on it, 2 points for the Leopards. Fair falls it, is 2 points for them. But anyway, it ended up, we're at 108. 13 Leopards, score 34, J.A. Fair. And this one got out of hand on us, guys.
And not to demean the team, but this isn't the same football team I saw last week against Hope.
No, this is, it may be one of those situations that you just don't know what goes through young men's mind. I know for a fact that the coaching staff was concerned about this ball game. And it's one of those situations that we didn't handle being picked as a favorite very well, but we won't have to worry about that next week when we face Magnolia. You know, we'll be yet again be the underdog.
Charles Hayes set to kick once again for the Little Rock Fair War Eagles. Sean Williams deep for the Leopards. This ball is going to be fielded at the 26-yard line and returned out to about the 40-yard line.
Callison caught the ball again. Callison's done an excellent job filling in and out on special plays and has played very well on special teams. I believe that's the second kickoff or punt that he has handled tonight, and steady hands, and has got positive yardage out of it. We're wrapping this up. It's a minute left. We'll see what the Leopards try to do here. There's really not much left to do, guys, really, except put this one to bed and start on the Magnolia Panthers next week.
Certainly will not get any easier next week. Roberts on the keeper out of the shotgun, gets across the 40-yard line out to about the 44, broke a couple of tackles on his way there.
Roberts did a good job of making a couple people miss him. And again, like I say, he continues to mature as a quarterback, and we're seeing more and better footwork and better and option plays at him. There's a nice
Roberts looking to throw over the middle. This one's picked off by number 7, Tony Hampton. Once again, Hampton across the 40-yard line. Going to be knocked out of bounds there. So with 22 seconds left here in the ball game, Little Rock Fair takes over right at the 40-yard line, and that will be the last gasp for the Leopards.
Yeah, that was a situation when the ball was thrown in. By the time the ball got there, it was triple coverage. And number 7, Tony Hampton, who's only a sophomore, has just really played well tonight. He's played it from his safety. He's played it like a center fielder. He did exactly, what you're supposed to do in those situations. Played the ball, broke on the ball, and broke in front of the receiver for the interception.
Little Rock Fair will probably be content to run out the clock here with only 21 seconds left in the ball game. Looks like there are players shy in the huddle. They bring on an extra man.
A.J. Hughes goes into the huddle, and looks like Henry Jordan's going to take the last snap, guys.
Jordan takes the snap and takes a knee. 19 seconds and counting in this one. Teams begin shaking hands on the field as the clock runs down. 10 seconds now. Both teams coming to center field as the clock expires. Your final score, Little Rock Fair War Eagles 34, the Malvern Leopards 13. We're going to